Welcome, everyone, to Hockey Night in Charlotte. Tonight, your 49ers take on the App State Mountaineers. This is Greg Machopoulos joining you live from the Extreme Ice Center, where the 49ers look to keep their momentum going after last night's win over the Duke Blue Devils. The Mountaineers come in. They've played 2 games since the new year in the new semester. Got swept by the East Carolina Pirates 2 weeks ago, 7-2 on the 27th and then 6-0 on the 28th. 49ers fared a little bit better against East Carolina. They split 2 games at the very beginning of the season all the way back in September. Won the first game 7-4 and lost the second one 6-4. The 49ers, plenty of App State fans in the house for this intrastate game, and we are underway from Extreme Ice Center. Chipped as far as the offensive blue line. Now forward the Mountaineers come. They dump. Roach will give chase. He gets hit by Humble. Out to the point. That shot blocked in the slot. Off to the corner now. Roach hammered into the boards hard. 49ers outnumber Henley. Bernazzani, nice drop pass to Murray. Well, Murray loses the handle on it. Roach recovers and calmly chips it out. That one hits the linesman as the Mountaineers look to dump in. Murray backhands it up for McLean. Bernazzani, cross corner dump in. He'll go for change. Giving chase is Gula. Outnumbered 2-1, loses possession. Good hit by Scully. Out to the point. Kroniak with it. Kroniak shot, save made, rebounds there, still loose, hacking away at it. And finally covered up by Nick Wilcox. Starting for the Mountaineers in net, and immediately 1:16 into this one, he's tested with several attempts from his own crease, but he manages to keep it out. 2 lineup changes for the 49ers tonight. Steve O'Sullivan and Evan Scully pencil in. Shriver and Wildman are the healthy scratches. In come the Mountaineers with speed. Kroniak takes the body, doesn't allow Miller to get in on Crisp, and Crisp just ices this one down to get a defensive zone draw. Miller with Scheppelman and Moffitt. Back to the point. Wrist shot redirected wide. Alphin gets possession. Chips it forward for O'Sullivan. Backhander is intercepted. Dumped right back in. O'Sullivan. Now to Kroniak. Goes off of Alphin, but McCarthy calmly scoops it forward. O'Sullivan gives chase. Can't get there, but McCarthy's there. Still a loose puck, and kept in by Alphin. And easy stick save by Wilcox. It goes into the netting for an offensive zone draw for the 49ers. 1:55 into the first period. Thank you again for joining us for the regular season finale for the 49ers. They go on to the playoffs after this as the number 3 seed. Yet to be determined who they will play in the first matchup. Shot blocked. Out of the zone it comes. Alphin will get there. He's harassed by Glinski. Spins away from him. And the crowd likes that. McCarthy at his own blue line. Pitchforks one all the way into the far corner. 49ers again go for changes. That pass missed. Brown gets it. Waits for Glass to get back onside. Sends one again on net and again into the netting. As it was handled by Wilcox. 0-0 here in the early going. Glasser in the dot. Brown having some fun out there on left defense. 49ers win it back. Now Brown, that shot right into the crest of Wilcox. Easy stop. So early pressure by the 49ers. Sutter couldn't keep possession. Now here come the Mountaineers, 2-on-1 possibly. Out wide is Presley. Centering pass missed. They get it back though. Gross, now Presley. Backhand pass back to Gross. Gross, muscled by Brown, he keeps possession, shoots it wide, near side. Brady and Illing meet. Brady sends it forward. Centering pass easily picked off by Brown. Now Sutter behind Illing. And Glasser can't get possession. Scramble in neutral zone. 49ers will settle down. Himes, now Illing. Easy wrister off the stick of Wilcox again into the corner. Now batted out in front, and Wilcox swallows this one up as well. As Sutter was there, trying to poke it home from just beneath the goal line. 16:33 to go, first period, still 0-0. Crisp yet to be tested. Wilcox faced a scramble in the first minute. And some wrist shots from the point since then. That one blocked, but recovered by Bernazzani, save. Rebound off the right pad of Wilcox. Chipped in deeper by Sheehan. Bernazzani with the pressure. Kept in by Murray. Sends it to an empty side. Roach keeps it in. And eventually the puck squeaks out to Murray. He's pressured by Henley, but gets it to Bernazzani. Bernazzani, cross-corner dump, but anticipated and picked off. Sent right back towards the 49ers in the neutral zone. Roach redirects it. Sheehan dumps it in. 49ers go for changes. Sink behind his own net. Plenty of time. One-time pass intercepted. Gula circles back to the half wall. Shot is blocked. 49ers were changing on the blue line. Nobody there to keep it in. Krajnik does get it and sends it for Gula to give chase against Sink. They collide behind the net. Sink, though, gets possession, banked out to the neutral zone. Right back in, the 49ers dump and chase. The name of the game, putting pressure on the Mountaineers to create turnovers and get offensive chances that way. That one goes all the way through to Alphin. His wrister goes wide. High bank, still in the zone just for a moment. Gula gets it but is outnumbered. Krajnik tried to glove it down, missed. Now all over him is Miller, but Alphin helps out. Moffitt blocked the initial pass out. Now Krajnik behind his own net. Redirects it off the boards and out. Good play by Rice to lift the stick and get possession. Alphin from his right point. Nice move, loses possession behind the goal line. Looks to center it, goes all the way through to the point. Krajnik walks the line. Shot and an easy glove save for Wilcox. 5:49 gone by here in the first. We've yet to light the lamp, but the 49ers putting all the pressure on the Mountaineers right now. McCarthy on the draw. Tied up. Eventually the Mountaineers come away with it. Whiff on the clearing attempt initially. Brown keeps it in. McCarthy angles it up. Rice. Centering pass off a stick. Didn't get to his initial target. Now it's Brady. Sent out wide. Presley falls down behind Crisp's net. Himes. And that one off a stick of a Mountaineer and out of play. Neutral zone draw. 13:40 to go in the early going. Actually, they call it the defensive zone draw for the 49ers. Went off a Mountaineers stick right near the blue line. So they determined it'll stay in the 49er zone. Brown beats Brady to it. Sends it to Illing. Illing comes back. Now Brown. And back to Illing. Across the line. He's pressured. Blocker save with authority by Wilcox. Brown over to Sutter. Has it sliced away and out of the zone. Illing tried to catch the Mountaineers in a change, but the pass off target. Glasser scoops it into the zone. That went off of Illing. Illing played it smartly. It would have been a hand pass if he didn't. Centering pass in front, backhander misses wide. Sutter was there. Roach can't keep in. Beg your pardon, Glasser. Sutter met at the blue line and eventually offside. .12:37 left, period one. Sheehan, flanked by Stallard and Bernazzani, wins it clean to Murray. Tries to bank it up the boards. Now Sheehan has it. Sheehan 2-on-1. Centered over to Bernazzani, missed. Sheehan again beneath the goal line. To the half wall, to the point, now to Murray. Murray leaves it for Sheehan along the half wall. Makes a nice move around Sink. Sink muscles him into the boards. He gets help from Stallard. Centering pass, Bernazzani there, he scores! Bernazzani with the centering pass from Sheehan. Hard-working shift by the 49ers. They get the opening goal. And it's 1-0 at 7:53 here of the first. And you had to think the 49ers were eventually going to get rewarded for their efforts. All over the Mountaineers early. That one goes into the netting and would say a souvenir, but the referees want that one back.
49ers goal, number 72. Assist for number 13.
So Bernazzani from Sheehan to get the scoring started. One clean, but Alford can't handle it, and has a foot race and does well to keep Miller off the puck. Miller still hounding him and chipped forward. Great play by Alford. As Miller came flying in, trying to get to that puck first. Kroniak held on to it. Now McLean. McLean with Gula and Scully. McLean across the line. Bounces off a couple skates and just skitters out of the zone. Kroniak has it swiped away by Hooper. Big collision near the bench of the Mountaineers. All the way around, Alfin gets there in time. Kept it in momentarily. Hooper chips it out. 49ers regroup, maintaining possession the majority of this game. Goes to Rice. Rice goes out wide. Gets knocked off the puck briefly by Presley. Rhett Presley. Not to be confused with alternate captain Wyatt Presley. That one just got out. Had to be careful with it. And Hooper gets separated from the puck by Brown. Rice, nifty move to get around a hip check by Johnson. Surrounded by Mountaineers. Eventually succumbs to that pressure. And Riley Brady has it, banks it out. Gets around Brown. Opportunity for the Mountaineers. That shot blocked. Iorio McCarthy punishes him into the boards behind the net. Kept in by Gross. Gross still with it. Brown chips it. Still in the slot. Rice has it. Banks it up and out off the linesman. It goes right to Illing. 49ers get some fresh bodies out there. Glasser. Hard around. That will miss Illing. The Mountaineers come away with it. Good pressure by Murray. Roach in his feet, can't find it. Goes up to the blue line, but not out. Good pressure by Sutter to get it out. Now the Niners have numbers. Sutter has Illing and Glasser with him. Sutter with it. Sutter shot save made by Wilcox. A 2-on-1, almost a 3-on-1 for the 49ers. Sutter goes in. Wilcox at the edge of his crease. Has no problem with it. No rebound either. The 49ers get an odd man rush and are stymied with 9:22 to go in the first. Murray walks the line. Now Glasser. A shot from a bad angle goes off the outside of the net. Sutter, drop pass. Illing. Loses control, up the boards. Mountaineers will clear. Just barely out. Miller over to Brady. Nice touch by him, but Roach punishes him. Wyatt Presley with Murray all over him. Murray escapes with it. Tried to get up to Sutter, but separated at the blue line. But this will be a penalty for interference against the Mountaineers with 8:41 to go in the first. They don't like the call, but interference on Murphy Sink. So the Niners get their first power play of the night. Sheehan wins the faceoff clean. Alphin, Murray looking for room, back to Alphin. Down low, escapes Sheehan, gets hit by Presley. Up as far as the blue line, kept in neatly by Alphin. Sheehan, centering pass is blocked, and just barely out of the zone.
Mountaineers penalty number 18. 2 minutes for interference.
Alphin to Sheehan. 3-on-3 across the line. Sheehan with speed gets hip checked into the half wall. Gets it back though. Murray. Back to Sheehan. They play catch. That shot blocked in the slot, still loose. And the Mountaineers clear. 1:10 remaining on the power play. Wholesale changes for App State. Murray keeps it across the blue line. Murray circles back. Nice cross ice pass to Illing. Illing shot, save, and it goes behind the net. Sutter harassed by McDonald. Illing. Now Alphin. Murray. That shot save. Rebound is there for Sutter, and a sprawling save by Wilcox. And a little bit of pushing and shoving along the goal line. I think cooler heads will prevail. Wilcox had a clear view of that one, but blocker side unable to control it initially, and Sutter had a swipe at it. 34 seconds left on the man advantage. Chipped forward. Nice passing, now Himes. That one just over the net. Kraniak. Nice spin move. Down low, back to Kraniak. Looks for opening, finds it. Illing tries to get it on net. Easy pad save and then smothered up by Wilcox. Well defended by Casey at the point. Kraniak was looking for a shooting lane. Patrick Casey all over it. Just 9 seconds left now on the man advantage. Gula will take the face-off. Wins it clean. Krajnik looking for a lane. Still skating with it. Centering pass in front. Couple swipes at it. Goes off to the corner. And chipped out. App State is offside. They'll have to tag up. Chipped into the netting by Brady. The 49ers 0 for 1 on the power play. Still lead 1-0, 6:28 to play in the first. Gula flanked by McLean and Scully. Krajnik and Himes at the point. One again by Gula. Krajnik feeds him. To the neutral zone. Gula still has it. Circles behind the net. Now to the point for Himes. Wrist shot off a stick in front. Goes to the near side. McLean loses it. App State comes away. Cross ice pass. Too hot to handle for Iorio. McLean dumps it in behind Wilcox. Rhett Presley. Another penalty. And it's going to be roughing. So 5:47 left in the first. Second penalty of the game. This one, however, will go against Gula. So Gula called for roughing. Power play for the Mountaineers. Looking to tie this game up. And Coach Tobin has some discussion with the official. Still having words, but to no avail. Humble loses the draw to Sheehan. Up the boards and squeaks out. 2-on-1 possibly. Sheehan gets there. Sheehan has McCarthy. Sheehan goes around his man. Shot save made by Wilcox. He closes up the 5-hole as Sheehan neatly skated around the sprawling defenseman. To get a golden opportunity shorthanded. The 49ers scored shorthanded last night against Duke. Goes into the 49er bench hot off the stick of Sink. A minute 28 left on the penalty kill for the Niners. 5:15 to go in the first. Sheehan on the draw. At his feet. And again hot right towards the 49er bench. And some discussion about that one, as Casey was the culprit that time. Sheehan says, enough of that, I'll just win it back to Alphin, and he'll send it the length of the ice. Miscommunication, 49ers get there first. Alphin gets it over to Sheehan. He battles with Gross, and Sheehan will go off for a change. Mountaineers across the blue line, trying to set up. Casey to Wyatt Presley, back to Casey. Casey circles to the blue line, fakes a drop pass. Casey still with it. That shot off a stick and wide. Brady to the point. That shot wide, rebound is there. Poked away by Murray. Presley would have had a chance on that hot shot off the backboards. Wyatt Presley behind the goal line. Trying to spin around Murray. Murray's all over him. Murray sends him down and then pokes it away from Casey. Goes to the point. That shot tipped in front. What a save by Crisp. A sprawling left skate save by Crisp on the rebound. Mountaineers continue to pressure. Gross. Poked away by McCarthy. Centering pass right to Glasser. Power play is over, and the Niners survive. That puck goes into the netting for a stoppage of play with 3:37 to go in the first. Logan Crisp coming up big yet again. The wrist shot was tipped on net, made the initial save, and then dug his right skate in to move to his left to get the skate on it. Now the Mountaineers a chance. Left pad save by Crisp. Miller unable to beat him with the backhand. Himes forced him out wide after Brown couldn't handle it in his skates. Led to that opportunity. Scully, nice little pass to Gula. Gula has McLean with him. Gula out wide. Shot, save made, and covered up by Wilcox. Tried to go high, short side. Wilcox does well to keep that covered. .310 to go here in period one. Gula, they battle for it. Brown at the point. Sends it on net. Easy glove save for Wilcox as it flutters in, no deflection. Handles that pretty clean. 49ers have largely dominated the faceoffs here in this one. Good play by Himes as Scheppelman was streaking to try to get a breakaway out of that. Nice hit by Scully. Centered it, nobody there. Scully again with it. Surrounded, just sent all the way up to the blue line for Himes. Wrist shot right into the chest of Wilcox. 2:38 to go. Chris Bernazzani, the only goal of the period, off a feed by Sheehan from beneath the goal line. Here's Stallard. Centering pass is intercepted by Hooper. And once again into the netting. Mountaineers setting the puck out on numerous occasions. Voluntarily, there's no delay of game at this level. Kept in, Bernazzani, the goal scorer. That shot, glove saved by Wilcox. Just above the left pad, fairly routine save. App State makes a line change. Sheehan will take the face-off. Shift forward this time, App State comes out with possession. And now a possible opportunity in transition. Diving play, and crashing into the boards goes Alphin to prevent that centering pass from getting across. Alphin looked to be a little shaken up, but goes to the bench. That centering pass in front, pad saved by Wilcox, and a beauty. Humble pitches it out. Krajnik chips it just barely out of the zone. Mountaineers tag up. Niners regroup. Roach all alone. Niners go for changes. McDonald can't get it past Sutter. Sutter chips it ahead for Glasser. Glasser makes a move. Back to the point. It's Roach. Back down low. Knocked off the stick. Now Roach. That shot blocks it all the way down. And it will not check up. This will be icing. Well, it looked like it was going to be. It was waved off at the very last second. Murray says, no problem. I'll take it out myself. Illing. Out wide and gets hammered. Niners keep possession. Glasser. Murray the shot. Hits a body in front, goes behind the net. Centering pass missed. That's way offside, and Brady will have to check up. And Glasser goes after him. Physicality picking up. 35 seconds left in the period. Illing patiently through the neutral zone. Dumps it in. Kept in by Roach. Has Brady block that one. Niners regather. Himes. 7 seconds left. Banked ahead for McCarthy. That'll do it for the first. So the 49ers, much like last night, solid first 20 minutes of play. Logan Crisp, not tested often, but made another brilliant save. At the end of one, your 49ers won, App State Mountaineers 0. We'll be back with second period action. Don't go away. And we are just about ready to get underway here in period 2. 49ers lead 1-0. Goal by Chris Bernazzani at about the 8-minute mark of the first. Each team 0 for 1 on the power play. 49ers with most of the sustained pressure. But Nick Wilcox has stood strong. Cycle down low, Bernazzani to Sheehan. Here's the goal scoring line. That one off the blocker of Wilcox was going wide. Send it in front, right pad saved by Wilcox. Looking for a tip from Bernazzani. And now Casey, up but not out. Roach keeps it in. Sink. Hammered by Bernazzani. Lost sight of it, and now Casey brings it out. Gets undercut by Sheehan. Will now turn over to the neutral zone. Here's Casey. Sends it weakly in on Crisp. He'll just cover that up. Taking no chances with a couple Mountaineers heading towards him with speed. 47 seconds into period 2. '49ers, as mentioned earlier, head to the playoffs next week. Opponent yet to be determined. That one off a skate, and Scully lost sight of it. Sent it up. Chipped ahead, McLean. Forces the turnover. Niners regroup in their own zone. Gula tried to center it too far in front of McLean. Chipped forward by Miller. And now Roach has Glinski chasing him. Roach says no problem. Gets us out of the zone, across the blue line. Roach maintains possession, around the net. Gets hacked hard by Johnson. No call. You can hear that. The stick bounce off the padding of Roach. Roach leaves it for Gula. Slick move by Gula, shot, and a blocker saved by Wilcox. Joey Gula goes between the legs of the defenseman and nearly scores a highlight reel goal. Alphin deflected by Rice high. O'Sullivan to the point. Kraniak backhands it in deep. Mountaineers get it out and look to regroup. Crisp stops it behind the net. It's taken over by Moffitt, but his whole team was going for a change. Mishandled by McCarthy, kept in by the Mountaineers. Centering in front, tipped wide. And a backhander, easy save by Crisp. So a wild sequence. Just a slick play by Gula to get by the defenseman. Didn't have a great angle on Wilcox, but nevertheless, a fantastic effort. And then Wilcox was there. That shot misses everybody. 49ers get it out. McDonald. Backhanded up by Moffitt. 49ers intercept. And then dumped right back in. Kraniak. Niners look to break out. Tipped by O'Sullivan. Alphin. Simple dump. Wilcox leaves it behind the net for McDonald. Hard around all the way out. Down behind the play is Alphin. Slow to get up, but this is icing against App State. Alphin looked to be laboring a little bit for the second time tonight, but staying on the bench. 3:15 gone by here in the second. Glasser on the draw. Won it clean, but in between Brown and Himes. Now they have to hustle. As Himes gets taken down, Glasser helps him. That one goes the length of the ice. This should be icing against the 49ers, and it is. as Metzger wins the race. So we saw some physicality late in the first. A couple hacks by App State early in the second. We saw how last night's game against Duke went in the third period as the frustration by Duke grew and grew over the period of the game. Stick to side by Crisp, preventing that effort from in front. Sutter gets taken down. There's a tripping call. Sutter draws the penalty. Good effort by him. And indeed, tripping is the call against the Mountaineers. Wyatt Presley, their alternate captain, will go to the box. And the 49ers go on the power play for the second time tonight at 3:54 of the second. First power play unit out there is Sheehan with Stallard and Bernazzani. This is the line that scored. Alfin and Murray at the point. One back, Bernazzani, Murray. Alfin with room. Score! Bryce Alfin from the point on the power play. And he doubles the 49er lead 2-0. Just 8 seconds into the power play. So the Mountaineers overcommitted to Murray. He found Alfin, had plenty of room to release that wrister. Wilcox looked to have picked it up late. And the Niners capitalize on the man advantage, giving themselves a little bit more cushion. Pressure by Bernazzani. So that line once again came from the blue line. This will be an icing. But Sheehan with Bernazzani and Stallard working well. But it all starts on the draw. They've dominated the faceoff dot all night. And you can't score that goal if you don't win the faceoff. Won it back clean. Get a scoring chance out of it right away. That one deflected, another goal! And this time it's Roach from the point. A flutter job. It looked to have been tipped. He went first through the line. So as of right now, it looks like Roach will get the credit. The Wilcox looked to have waved at it. Let's see what the officials say, but back-to-back goals for the 49ers. And in the blink of an eye, it's 3-0. And once again, winning the faceoffs in the offensive zone, leading to a scoring chance. And the last two goals indeed exhibit that. Referees look to have discussed something, probably a discussion over who scored the goal. The 49ers now comfortably ahead, 3-0. Bernazzani.
49ers power play goal, number 24. Assist to number 17. 49ers goal, number 10.
Bernazzani off the crossbar. As of right now, it is Roach's goal. Centering pass in front, just wide. Metzger got a piece of it to send it wide. Stallard. Centering pass off the skate of Bernazzani. He was wide open in front. 49ers, all kinds of pressure on the Mountaineers. Big hit behind the net. Sheehan circles back, finds Roach, gets up from that hit. Brushes it off, finds Murray. Off the skate and stayed in just for a second. Murray, just too far for Bernazzani. Tired legs right now. They're going to go for a change. Bernazzani stays on the forecheck. Metzger, soccer style, Now Miller. And eventually Miller gets it out. Brown loses possession. Centering pass off a skate in the slot. Chipped but not out. Centered, and Crisp had to be aware on that one. This goes off his body and quickly covers it up. 14:09 to go in the second. 3-0 49ers. As they have come out with a massive surge to start the second period. Chipped ahead. They stay onside. Gula comes in. Try to go 1-on-3. Finally taken away. Luke Miller. Miller up high. Misses short side. Banked ahead by McLean. That one hits the referee. Stays in. McLean from Gula. Nice pass to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan swiped away by Gross. To the point to Brown. Oh, and looked for McLean, looking for a one-timer, just not in the prime position to release that shot. Wrister easily handled by Wilcox from the point, right into his chest. And he'll take a whistle right now. 13:22 to go. 3-0 49ers. On a flurry. First goal of the second period on the power play. Shortly thereafter, after an icing, same scenario. Win the draw clean, feed it to your blue liners. And look to get traffic in front. And Alford and Roach both get credit for goals. That one bounces on net to Wilcox. The collision in front. Krajnik is down in the crease. And Johnson gives him another shot, and now they go at it. Johnson with a cross-check to the chin of Krajnik. So Krajnik went down in the crease. Johnson stayed above him. As soon as Krajnik got up, Johnson laid him down again. They went back and forth, and then Johnson with a cross-check to the jaw. They both go to the box. The question is, for how many minutes? We talked about how he got chippy near the end of the first. And the officials discussing it with both benches. Looks like the 49ers and the Mountaineers will go 4-on-4. So, calling that one even, I guess. Banked ahead and just outside. Roach couldn't keep it in. Niners tag up. Metzger.
49ers penalty number 26, 2 minutes for roughing.
Brady.
Mountaineers penalty number 65, 2 minutes for roughing.
Matching minors for roughing. Here's Sutter. 4-on-4 action. Good pass. Glassert. Illing. Out to Glasser in midair. Got a piece of it. Couldn't direct it on net. Harassed is Casey. Glasser all over him. Glasser won it just for a moment. Metzger pushes it forward to Brady. 4-on-4 for the next minute 13. Brady again with Roach angling him towards the boards. Nothing doing for Brady. Good stretch by Glasser to get possession. Chips it forward to himself. Avoids the check by Humble. And Riley Brady gets it again. Stallard with a check. Brady fights through it. Numbers for the Mountaineers. That shot save made by Crisp. Makes it look easy. Well, like an accordion. Swallows up that puck, gives up no rebound. And the Mountaineers will make a goaltending change. It'll be Matthew Fishback in net now. Just before the midway point. So Nick Wilcox's night is done. Wilcox with a strong game. Those last 2 goals, maybe he would want back. Here's Sheehan with speed. Sheehan to his backhander just off the outside of the net. Sheehan trying to go coast to coast. Nearly made it happen. Now Brown. Brown shot blockered away by Fishback. Cold goaltender looking to test him early. Brown wins it to Sheehan. Sheehan hesitates. Shot off the outside of the net. Stallard wraps it around Sheehan. Still 4-on-4. 5 more seconds until they're full strength. Sheehan. Shot blocked. And the Mountaineers come away with it. Henley gets it ahead of Himes. Himes lays him out. Good hit by Himes. And stays on top of him. Referees let the play go. Mountaineers get possession. Banked and out of the zone it comes for the 49ers as far as the red line. Moffitt dumps it back in. Stallard. Saucer pass mishandled by Gula. Brown just sends it the length of the ice as the 49ers get wholesale changes. Johnson out of the box. In the skates of Gula, that'll be offside. They'll have to tag up. And they do. Nice interception by Roach. Mountaineers were looking to spring a possible 2-on-1. Johnson hammered into the boards behind the net by Scully. McLean gets it out. Scully has it. Has 2 Mountaineers contend with. Scully has his shot blocked. Kept in though. McLean, easy glove save by Fishback. 9:24 left. Here at period 2, 49ers lead 3-0. First goal by Bernazzani. Second one on the power play from Bryce Alphin. And then less than 30 seconds later, Fishback blocks that pass to the slot and smothers it. Seconds later, it was Sean Roach to give us the 3rd goal, and that's where we stand. Here's Hooper facing off against McCarthy. In the skates of McCarthy, still battling for it. Escapes to Rice, and Rice with a shot. Fishback has it. Fumbled it just for a moment. Right between his glove and his left pad. Strong play from Fishback, entering in cold. Metzger kicked past Roach. Iorio across the line. Blocker save by Crisp. Reversed around by Roach. Rice can't handle it. Rice has to allow O'Sullivan to tag up. O'Sullivan with speed. Hammers Metzger. Kept in by Rice. Chipped towards the net, and Fishback tracking it all the way. Lands in his glove, basket catch style. With 8:39 left in the second. It's Glasser with Illing and Sutter on this draw. Again, 49ers win it. Sutter sent in deep. Glasser. Sutter, a little bit too close to his body, couldn't release the shot. And Alphin mishandles that pass. Has to race back. And gets hammered as Casey was putting the pressure on. Casey with it. Shot is blocked. It goes to the slot. Just missed wide. Still loose, bouncing around. Krajnik. 49ers have a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Krajnik across the line. Goes out wide. Centered it off a skate. Illing has it. Backhander's blocked. Recovery by Wyatt Presley. Illing looked to backhand one on net. Sutter. Pressures sink. Niners come away with it. They catch him changing. It's 3-on-1 across the line. Sutter around the defenseman. Glasser tipped wide. Illing is sandwiched between two Mountaineers. To the point, Alphin tipped by Sutter, just missed. Sutter again. To Glasser, misses high. And that one off the body of Alphin. Mountaineers would have liked to just get an icing out of that. Now they have possession. It's Humble on the half wall. Scooped towards Miller. He couldn't find it. Sutter avoids a big check. Sutter still with a shutter shot. Save, rebound, is there another save by Fishback. Bernazzani looking for the second of the night, and a penalty is coming up. And it's a rough against the Mountaineers with 6:59 left in the second. So Sutter had an App State player come flying towards him. He cuts around him, generates a scoring chance, and Fishback with a couple saves. However, roughing called on Carter Metzger. Niners 1 for 2 on the power play. Face-off being key. We saw that earlier. It's again this line. Sheehan, Bernazzani, Stallard. Sheehan spins away from Johnson. Johnson gets him down, though. Nice job by Murray with his skate to keep it in. Bounces around and eventually out. Good work by Scheppelman. 49ers in no hurry. Stallard. Cross ice. Bernazzani didn't get all of it. Backhanded into the zone. Scheppelman chases Alphin. Alphin. Little butt and a hook to avoid the pressure. And back on the 49ers. Murray out wide for Sheehan. Sheehan circles around, tried to circle around the net. Johnson cut him off. Well done by him. He hits Stallard. Bernazzani has it though. Sheehan. Nice little drop pass. Off in the shot. Just high. Murray walks it back towards the blue line. Nice pass over and a great save by Fishback. The one-timer by Sheehan. Inside the face-off circle. Fishback read it well to get over and get positioning. Keep that one from going in. That forward grouping out there for all three 49er goals. It's Glasser's turn. Himes. That backhand pass missed by Krajnik. Casey sends it all the way down. 40 seconds left on the man advantage. Niners with speed. Krajnik crisscrosses through the blue line. Curls back. Gets pressured by Casey again. And Casey forces the action out of the zone. Sutter quickly back with it. Sutter's shot goes high. Krajnik backhands it back to Sutter. He misses it. Gross tried to pitch it forward, but Illing is there. Illing to the point. Illing shot off the shoulder of Fishback. Sutter is hammered by Johnson. Johnson already drawing the ire of the 49ers from earlier on. Krajnik off of Johnson's skate. Fake shot by Glasser. Goes around Brady. And Fishback calmly covers that up with the glove. Teams are back at full strength. 4:44 to go. In the second, 49ers drop to 1 for 3 on the power play. But Seth Johnson being very physical with the Niners. Nothing called this time around. Gula and Hooper. Hooper wins this one to McDonald. And that goes off a Mountaineer stick. It was Glinski into the netting. So another face-off for the Niners in the offensive zone. Gula will take this one again. On his strong side, this one he wins back clean. Chipped forward, Gula. Gula around the net. To the point, Roach. That one hits a body in front, doesn't make it. Hooper with a check on Gula. Iorio doesn't get it out. That one goes high, short side. McLean pokes it to the blue line, kept in. Gross, hit hard by Scully. Gula to Murray. Murray shot just off of the edge of Fishback's shoulder. That one off a stanchion and just squeaks out of the zone. Murray spins around Glinski and around Hooper. Murray. McDonald takes his chances. Two Mountaineers collide. Roach with a chance, slap shot just ripped wide. He wound up for that one. Gula all over the place, surrounded by Mountaineers. This one should be icing, yes. So tired App State players, they tried to get somebody off the ice, and the referee was all over it, calling them back on. Trying to get a break. They have been pressured heavily by the Niners, and it was Glinski trying to sneak off. No dice. And that one just squeaks by the diving Brown. Hooper will pressure. So the Mountaineers do get a change. Chipped ahead. 2-on-1. Here's Rice. Rice with it. Save made. It's in the pad. And O'Sullivan gets hammered to the ice after he stops short of Fishback. Fishback did not know where it was initially. It was right along his right pad. He covered it. O'Sullivan was flying in. He saw the puck. And App State, they'll redrop this one. App State not happy, thinking O'Sullivan gave Fishback a little bit of snow. Miller and McCarthy, and a second false start. I think they're warning O'Sullivan jumping into the faceoff circle a little bit early. And they're actually giving O'Sullivan a penalty. O'Sullivan a penalty for delay of game for not staying out of the faceoff circle. I have not seen that one before. But the referee explaining to Gus Brown now that he was warned once. And the referee shrugging her shoulders, saying she had no option but to give the penalty. And the Mountaineers get an unexpected power play with 3:06 to go in the second. Metzger now on the half wall. Metzger gets it back. They play catch with Moffitt. Moffitt cross ice, looking for the one-timer by Johnson. He misses. Back to Metzger. Metzger's wrist shot, easily handled by the right pad of Crisp. Metzger, that one wide. Johnson. Seth Johnson. Centering pass in front. And a brilliant save by Crisp. On a tic-tac-toe play by the Mountaineers, centered right out in front. Makes a great position save. Reading the pass from beneath the goal line. Minute 22 to go on the penalty kill. 2:28 left in the period. Sheehan wins it. Krajnik. Bouncing puck kept in by Johnson. Krajnik tries again. Johnson again keeps it in. Good pressure by the 49ers, not letting them set up. Mountaineers have it though. Metzger with room. Metzger shot, left pad save with a thud by Crisp. Kept in somehow. Humble feeds Johnson. That shot off a body and goes behind the net. Centering pass to Johnson, and it goes in. Crisp got a piece of it. A little bit of delay reaction, and again there's pushing and shoving after the play. And App State breaks the ice for them. And they get to within 3-1. A questionable penalty leads to a power play goal for the Mountaineers. 1:45 left in the second, and it's a 3-1 game. Hilling helps out on the faceoff. Glasser pokes it forward. Roach turns it over to Gross. Gross with speed and room through neutral ice. Gross. Nice move and a nice blocker save. And handled by Crisp. .84 seconds left here in the second. One back to Gross. Fires it around. Try to send it.
Power play goal number 65. Assist for number 23.
Pitchforked all the way down. I'm not sure what the whistle was for. The puck never made it to the goal line, never came close to the goal line. I have no idea what the whistle was for. And the referee is discussing it with the linesman. This should be a centerized faceoff. That puck was touched a good 15 feet before the goal line. And there's discussion on the other side of the ice. This should 100% be a centerized faceoff, and that's exactly what the referee says. Centerized, that no way was icing. Not going to reward the Mountaineers with that one. Some frustration now by the 49ers with the officiating. Illing, nice pass to Bernazzani. Bernazzani centered. Murray has it. Murray shot over the net. As we hit the 1 minute mark. Sheehan tried to find Bernazzani, but Brady has it. Mountaineers up the ice. Well defended by Roach. And now feeds Sheehan. Sheehan tried to get it to Bernazzani for a breakaway. It wasn't there. Just too far in front. Sheehan centered in front, intercepted by Casey. Up the boards. Roach off the helmet. Right off the cage. A Fishback. Roach keeps it in again. Hard around. All the way to Wyatt Presley. Kept in again. 10 seconds left in the period. Stollard to Roach. It's blocked. Murray. That one tipped over the net. And that'll do it for period 2. So the 49ers, with a similar blueprint from last night, up 1-0 after 1, up 3-1 after 2. After a questionable penalty, and a subsequent power play goal. Once again, 49ers up 3-1 after 2. We'll be right back with third period action. Don't go away. And welcome back. We're just about ready to get underway here in the third period. 49ers up 3-1. Goals by Bernazzani, Alfin, and Roach. Alfin's tally on the power play. Mountaineers got a goal late in the second period after a questionable call for delay of game. Power play goal by Seth Johnson, who up to that point was getting on the score sheet for mixing it up with the 49ers after the whistle. Nevertheless, 3-1 the score. 49ers last night finished very strong in the same scenario, up by 2 going to the third, and put the game away early in the third period with a couple goals in the first couple minutes. They look to do the same tonight. 11 and a half minutes of action from Matthew Fishback, who came in to relieve Nick Wilcox. So far, so good for him. And we're underway. Roach sends it in deep. Stallard gets there first. Escapes everybody. Roach pinches in. That one all the way through. On the fresh ice, Murray. Bernazzani. Pitchforks it in. Takes a hit by Casey. Roach settles it down, sends it back in deep again. Stallard. Again, this forward grouping out there for all 3 goals for the 49ers. Up the boards, Mountaineers will get a clear. Over the glove of Brendan Miller. Roach banked it to Stallard, gets it back. One-handed, surrounded though. Here's Sheehan. Cycles it around. Bernazzani. That one blocked into the near corner. Couple 49ers converge. Gula has it. Gula gets taken down. Trying to make it one too many moves there. Crisp can't slow it down. Kraniak, though, escapes him as well. And maybe the 15th time tonight, the Mountaineers send the puck out of play. Minute 34 gone by here in the third. 3-1 for your 49ers. Very late change by the Mountaineers. Gula on the draw. Bounces back. Mountaineers take control. Backhand pass. Now that pass and Logan Crisp making it look easy on Luke Miller with the glove up high. Miller with Moffitt and Scheppelman. Good draw by Gula. Now McLean. McLean with speed. McLean comes in. Just missed high. I believe that Fishback got a piece of that one. He froze. May have gotten it with his shoulder and into the netting. The faceoff will stay in the offensive zone. Nice counterattack by the 49ers as Gula won it right to Scully, who then had McLean on a good angle to attack. Good tandem defense by Alfin and Kraniak on that one. Johnson chops it to the blue line. Kraniak. And Fishback had no idea where it was after it hit him. Went behind the net. Rice. Rhett Presley muscles him. Keeps control. And now Scheppelman backhands it away as App State makes changes. O'Sullivan leaves it for Alphen. Alphen takes a check, stays on his feet, and a nice poke at the last second by Rice. That one, Crisp easily stops. Iorio, simple wrist shot right into the middle of the C on Crisp's chest. 2:53 gone by. Still 3-1 49ers. That one skitters wide of Crisp. Good check. Well, thought it was a good check. The penalty called against Himes for roughing. The frustration of the 49ers continues to grow, with the calls going the way of App State here lately. So with 16:57 to go in the third, App State has a power play goal tonight. They get one here, they climb to back within one. Glasser wins it. Brown fires it down. Metzger feeds it up with speed. Here's Johnson. Johnson's shot is deflected wide. Miller. That shot looking for Johnson. Rebound. What a save by Crisp. Crisp on the seat of his pants. Makes a brilliant save. Johnson came in. Initial save was made. With the left pad, and what a save by Crisp on the rebound. Desperation save to keep it a 2-goal game halfway through the penalty kill. Gross. Good work. And now Gula has it, shorthanded, 1-on-2. Gula shot, left pad save by Fishback. Gula goes into the corner, has to hustle back. 49ers shorthanded, have two men trapped. 3-on-2 across the line. A slick move and a glove save by Crisp. Casey with a nice inside-out move to get a clear shot at Crisp. But he flashes the leather. Keep it a 2-goal game. Nice job by Gula, a self-pass. Couldn't quite handle it, but finds Sheehan. Sheehan's in, and a pad save. Rebound is there. Gula can't corral it. Bouncing puck had a yawning net. And then Gula lays the body on Presley. Intercepted again. Gula has it. Gula with traffic in front is blocked. Centered over to Sheehan, and bouncing puck still loose. Team's back at full strength. What an opportunity for Gula and Sheehan. Short-handed. Nearly with the dagger to the Mountaineers. Sutter. Gross cut him off. Illing sends it back to Sutter. And scooped forward. Murray feeds Illing. Mountaineers caught changing. Illing in it. Centered in front, blocked. And now puck was loose in front. The whistle goes. And yet another issue with, surprise, surprise, Johnson in the middle of it with Sutter as the net came off. $14:10 to go in the third. 49ers still with a 3-1 lead. Roach It's a body in front. Sutter and Johnson were going at it in the slot. Nice move around Roach. And Chris will just handle this one, but a penalty coming up to the 49ers as the FAR official calls interference. I'm not really sure why, because Luke Miller had the puck. So the official from about 150 feet away makes the interference call. And another power play for the Mountaineers. So Murray goes to the box. McCarthy in front of his own net. That goes off a skate, though. McCarthy sends his man to the corner. Johnson taking some checks from Kraniak, who pitchforks it out. McCarthy has a beat on it. McCarthy, it's Stallard. McCarthy trying to get over to Stallard. Stallard's there, can't quite get it. And the net goes off again. There's a diving play made by Metzger. So the Niners once again threatening shorthanded. Jostling for position in the neutral zone, which the 49ers are A-OK with. Delayed penalty. Delayed penalty this time finally against the Mountaineers, it seems, for high sticking. So that'll even things up with 1:24 to go in the penalty to Murray. And some jaw-jacking between Murray and Luke Miller between the benches. So 4-on-4 for the second time tonight. App State wins it. And a big check by Alphin, but Brady stays on his feet. Misses wide. Sink is harassed. Nice pass over to Brady. Again hit. Physicality picking up again. Gula, 2-on-2 cross line, has Sheehan with him. Looking for help. Sheehan tried to get it to Kraniak, who's streaking in, pitching in from his defensive spot. Mountaineers survive. Here's Brady again. Brady with Alphin all over him. Pair of 24s. Centering pass in front. Sink is in his feet. And he scores. Murphy Sink left all alone in front. He had it in his feet, had no idea where the puck was, couldn't find it. Crisp actually went to poke it away. And Sink was finally able to get a stick on it and beats Crisp along the ice to get it to 3-2 now. Still 4-on-4 for 30 more seconds before Murray comes out. 1:06 before Luke Miller comes out of the box. So the Niners' 3-goal lead has dwindled down to 1. Illing stops, now loses control. Scheppelman, centering pass, intercepted by Illing. Cross-ice pass, there it is. Gus Brown, but Seth Johnson all over him. Angled up, nice work to keep it in by Glasser. Illing. Around Johnson. Illing. Finds Sutter to Brown. Redirected by Glasser just wide. Glasser had a goal like that last night. Nearly did it again. Sent the length of the ice. 49ers were on a power play. And now we're back at full strength. 5-on-5 with 11 to go in the third. 3-2, 49ers. Metzger around the boards. Bernazzani. Bernazzani backhander, save made. Still loose in front and finally covered up by Fishback. Fishback has pitched the shutout in just over a period of play thus far. 10:53 to go. Offensive zone draw for the 49ers. Sheehan, Stallard, and Bernazzani. Sheehan wins it. Bernazzani shot off a body and behind the net. Murray, slap shot, save, big rebound in the slot, nobody there to finish it. And the Mountaineers escape and try to transition. Good play by Murray all over Luke Miller. Stallard had Glinski lining him up. Glinski. Roach fights him. Good poke by Sheehan. And Roach one-hands it up the ice and out. Stallard can't quite come up with that. Would have been a 2-on-1. Gula, fresh off the bench. Have to tag up, he does. Bernazzani. Tries to move, fails. Roach's shot. Hits a Mountaineer in front, and a save made on Gula's shot by Fishback. Scooped between the legs of Roach. Mountaineers have a transition again. Iorio all the way through the crease in the skates of Glinski. Glinski and Roach battle behind the net. 3 Mountaineers behind the net in the offensive zone. If the 49ers can come away with the puck, they have an odd man rush the other way, and they finally blow this dead. Actually, a penalty call. Another penalty, and I believe this is against the 49ers again, holding the stick. And once again, this is the official from the far end of the ice. 150 feet away, calls Murray for holding the stick with 9:24 to go. And this is getting a little ridiculous, I think. And Coach Trotz having words with the official, clearly dissatisfied. That's the second time this period she's made a call from the opposite end of the ice. She also made the call on O'Sullivan for delay of game. '49ers dealing with adversity here in the third. Mishandled by Wyatt Presley, and McCarthy sends it all the way down. Job by Himes. I can understand if the official that's 15 to 20 feet away from the play is making that call, but I don't see how an official on the opposite end of the ice can see that and make a call. And there was Brady colliding again with Alfin. Alfin got the best of him once again. Good stick by Glasser to intercept Johnson. To McCarthy. McCarthy's shot just wide. Feed out to McCarthy again. His back to the net though. Delayed call against App State, so we'll go back to 4-on-4. An elbowing call against App State with 49 seconds left on the penalty to Murray. So for the third time tonight, we go 4-on-4. It's Metzger to the box. .8:13 to play in the third. Kept in. Glasser with a spin move. Save made by Fishback. Kraniak walks around his man. Kraniak, slick move behind the net. Still has it. Feeds Alphin at the point. Alphin shot, misses wide. Fishback saw it late. Kraniak battling hard with Henley. 49ers get possession back. 10 seconds left on the penalty to Murray before they go on the power play. That should be icing. It's 4-on-4. And what it is called this time. 3 seconds left before Murray comes out. So icing correctly ruled this time. .7:27 left in the third. Still 3-2 49ers. Bernazzani. Murray's out of the box. 5-on-4 power play for the 49ers. They're 1 for 3 on the night. Kraniak. Murray. Out of the box. Shot. Save made. Rebound is there. And a score! And it's Sheehan poking in the rebound. And the 49ers tally on the power play for the second time tonight. And are back on top, 4-2. They wasted no time on that power play also. After the icing, they maintained possession in the offensive zone, got the man advantage. Outnumbered the Mountaineers down low, were able to poke it home. Team's back at full strength. Stallard wires it all the way around. Sheen slows it down. Bernazzani goes off a stick and then gloved down by Fishback. So all 4 goals by the 49ers with that forward grouping out there of Sheehan, Bernazzani, and Stallard. Fired to the far end, but kept in by Himes. And this time, possible opportunity for the Mountaineers again. And a great job by Brown, hustling back to take out Riley Brady, who looked like he was going to be in all alone on Logan Crisp. Here's Sheehan. Mishandled off the chest of Fishback. Bernazzani cycles it. McLean. Partial change going on for the 49ers behind the play. McLean dodging his man. Bernazzani stays out there. Kept in by Brown. Brown slap shot goes high. Brady wins it. Mountaineers counter. That one up high on Crisp. And calmly plays it off his blocker and settles it with his glove as Scheppelman and Brady create another disturbance around Logan Crisp. 5:52 to go in the third. Again, last game of the regular season for the 49ers. Playoffs begin next week. Keep your eyes out for the 49ers Facebook page. Let you know everything about playoffs coming around, who their opponent will be. Scully Simple play, dumps it in, angled it, actually out in front, and McLean got a stick on it. App State just too far for Scheppelman. McLean mishandled again. And a nice move on his knees, and save made, and Murray will go to the box again. This one for a trip. Luke Miller went inside out on him. So Murray with his third penalty of the third period. 5:06 to play. Game is not over by any means. Timeout, App State. See what they decide to do here. With 5:06 left and a man advantage, down by 2. Coach Trotz making sure everybody knows their assignment. Crucial penalty kill for the 49ers. They've threatened shorthanded several times tonight. With a 2-goal lead late in the game, may not be the opportune time to go for offense. Have to take care of your own end first. Mountaineers discussing their strategy. They have one power play goal. They've had 2 in this third period cut short by taking penalties of their own. Four to 2 the score.
49ers penalty number 17. 2 minutes for tripping.
Niners will defend with McCarthy and Glasser up front. Himes and Alford on the blue line. Mountaineers won it, but won it forward. Alford rolls off his man, still with it. Now loses possession though. Humble beats Himes to the puck, but Himes battles again. Humble along the half wall, spins away from McCarthy, sends it to the point. Gross back to Humble. Humble nicely anticipated by Alford. It gets out of the zone. Looking for that weak side play, and Alford was waiting on it. Here's Johnson. That's where they wanted to go with it, with that intended pass. Johnson, Glasser all over him. Seth Johnson gets some help. Again, they look for that pass. This time it was Gross, and Alford once again anticipates and gets it out of the zone. Bryce Alford, well done. Now Himes delivers it all the way down the ice. 49ers will get wholesale changes with 4 minutes left in the game. 53 seconds left on the power play for App State. Scheppelman loses control. Good pressure by, that's a high stick, absolutely. Knocked down with a high stick. Be a face-off in their own zone for App State. As Gula sent it hurtling towards the Mountaineer zone. So a bit of a respite for the 49er penalty kill. Offensive zone draw with 41 seconds left on the kill and 3:47 left in the game. Punched forward by the Mountaineers. No problem for Kraniak. He sends it right back at them. 30 seconds left on the power play. Here's Casey. Casey trying to go around Kraniak. Kraniak forces him behind the net. Casey along the goal line. Goes to the point. McDonald can't find Casey, and Brown sends it all the way down. Sheehan with some pressure. Gula with pressure as well, but the Mountaineers escape. Team's back at full strength. Shot blocked by Brown, clean on the Brady shot. Brown feeds Illing. He stood up at the blue line, spins away, and now offside against Charlotte with 2:54 left. So the Niners penalty kill doing an excellent job keeping App State along the outside, and anytime they tried to get one through the box, they were there defending it well, specifically Alphen, who broke up 2 cross-ice passes looking for one-timers. And once again, App State with a late change, referee's not allowing it this time. Roach chases this one down, gets across the red line, and sends it all the way down. Sutter to the net, and I don't think Fishback was expecting that one. Caught him off guard, but didn't cost him. Murray, there's Miller again. Miller, backhanded in front, recovered by Miller, and another penalty for interference. And again, the FAR official calling interference. And it's Murray again for the 4th time this period to the box. And I've not once in my life seen interference on the player with the puck. Interference is interfering with someone that does not have possession. And yet again, the official from the other end of the ice makes the call. Empty net for App State. Glasser gets a piece of it, doesn't quite get it out. McCarthy also pressures. Kept in. Humble. And that's out of the zone, absolutely. Sink couldn't keep it in. Went outside the blue line, 2:09 to play. And it looks like Fishback, they have too many men out there, so Fishback has to go to the bench. They were going to have Fishback go in for the neutral zone draw. One forward by Casey. Casey with a move. But Himes doesn't give up on it. Still loose. Humble to the point. Johnson blocked in front. Rebound there by Alphen all the way down the ice. No icing here as they're shorthanded. They can do that as many times as they want for the next minute 18. 30 seconds difference between the penalty kill and the game clock. All the way down. This should be icing. Yes, it is. Icing on the power play for App State. And no question, Fishback will go back in. Offensive zone draw, minute 8 left on the penalty kill, a minute 38 in the game. 4-2 Niners. App State will look to get Fishback to the bench as quickly as possible. Alphen gets a stick on it, though. Fishback has to stay in. Well played by the Niners. And Fishback going to the bench. They dump and chase. Alphen gets there. Tries to kill some time, but Casey comes in. Regathers it. Himes. Now Humble behind the net. Off and on. Over to Henley. Henley didn't handle it clean off the outside of the net. And then tried to center it was Brady. And Crisp gets a glove on it, taking no chances to freeze that. 54.3 left. Still a 2-goal game. Hooper comes in for the draw for App State. He'll go against Sheehan. who has McCarthy with him, and Kranick and Brown. And again, a warning from the same official about getting in the faceoff circle. Sheehan wins it clean, sends all the way around and out. Excellent execution on the draw by Sheehan. Kranick does the rest. 40 seconds left. Hooper whiffed on it, lost possession. Sheehan with it, empty net. Just wide. Kept in by Brown. Brown tries his chance, that gets blocked. Teams are full strength. Henley goes around Glasser. Glasser, though, still has a stick on it. Well played. And now Brown getting into it with Hooper behind the play. All the way down the ice and score! Kranick from his own zone lofts one. All the way down into the empty net in the far corner and salts this one away. 5-2 49ers. That's offside. As Brady lifted up the wrong leg. And the referees, with the chippiness, aren't going to take any chances with a 3-goal game and wind the clock, and this one is over. '49ers win it 5-2 in their regular season finale. A frustrating third period.
Everyone for coming out this evening and supporting UNC Charlotte hockey all season. Best of luck to them in the ACC tournament. This was our last home game of the year. Thanks again. We'll look forward to coming back in 2023, 2024.
So despite a frustrating third period for the 49ers, they pull this one out. Final score 5-2. And I believe cooler heads will prevail in the handshake line tonight as opposed to last night with Duke. Solid performance. Came out to a 3-0 lead. App State got back in it. But in the end, 49ers pull it out to close out the regular season with another win. They go on to the playoffs next week as the 3 seed. To face either Elon or East Carolina. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us all season long for Hockey Night in Charlotte with your 49ers. This is Greg Machopoulos. Take care, have a good night, and we'll see you in the playoffs.